to Deadly Dames, and this is this week's pickup video. So, as you can tell, still got Shock Treatment going in the background. I did like the soundtrack. So a lot of the stuff that we picked up this week is actually from Claire's birthday, which was yesterday, and I feel awful because she caught the awful cold for me and she's feeling sorry for herself in bed at the moment. So she got a couple of gift vouchers for Forbidden Planet, and we went in there and we picked up New Walking Dead, which I've read, but she's not had a chance to read it yet. And if you've read it, you know there's a main event that happens in this. Can't wait to see for Claire to read it so we can discuss it together. She picked up she picked up another Hellboy. She really enjoys these ones, and this one was recommended to us by the guy in the Forbidden Planet in Glasgow. I really need to ask his name because he always recommends really good stuff to us, but Extremity should I say, not Extremity. I haven't had a chance to proper read it yet, but it looks good so far. The new Sex Criminals, which is hilarious. If you've never read this comic book, it's absolutely hilarious. It's basically about two people that thought they were the only people in the world that could stop time when they have a pleasure moment. Try to think of a way to say that. And then they both meet each other and discover that they're not the only two people, and then it goes further and they discover there's loads of people that can do it. But yeah, I've been looking forward to the 4th volume for a while. Just don't read it in public. Learned that the hard way. And then this is one that's kind of been recommended to us a lot, but we've just never really picked it up. So I think as Claire had the voucher, she thought she would give it a go, and that's Lumberjanes. Not had a chance to read it yet, so I'm not sure what it's like yet. This is a vinyl that I actually picked up last week. I just forgot to put it in the video, and it's Blue Velvet. I love David Lynch, and this is probably my favourite, no problem about it, it is my favourite David Lynch movie. So when I seen that the vinyl had been released, I just had to pick it up. For Claire's birthday, I also got her, if I can reach it, Revelations 2, Resident Evil. She had this, I think, for, I think it was the PSP or the PS Vista, I can't remember which one it was, but she had this, or the DS, one of them, and then it got released on PS4, so she really wanted to pick it up for that. So I got her that. I also got her the mini SNES, but it's plugged in behind us, so I'll show you the wee box so you can see how cute it is. It's just tiny, it's cute. But it was weird, right, because we went to pick it up and apparently there's been such a high demand for it that she was paranoid to walk about Glasgow with it in case somebody could sense she had one. It's so funny. But yeah, I picked her up. I was lucky enough to get the mini NES last year for her, so when the SNES came out I really wanted to get it. And I missed the first wave and I was gutted, but it just happened that I walked in and the second wave had just came out at the moment I walked in, so I was very lucky, I think, to be able to pick one up. Obviously you already know that I got the Cosmo Shock Treatment box set because I'm mental. But yeah, as I said in my review, really liked it, really enjoyed rewatching it. I also picked up Kill Baby Kill, Mario Bava. You can't really go wrong with Mario Bava, he's a master, let's face it. And then I didn't go into HMV. I'm not sure why, I just decided not to when we were in town, and then I got home and seen somebody put a clip up on Facebook, like on one of the, what's it called, cult video, I think it's called, but on one of the groups that share and show people where to find stuff and sell stuff on it, and they'd put on that there was Arrow 5 for 30 was on an HMV, and then I noticed there was a couple of ones in there that I didn't have, so I'll put them in next week's pickup. So thank you whoever that was that put that on there. I also got Visiting Hours, uncut version apparently, but I only had an American release of this previously, so I'm really glad to actually get a UK release on Blu-ray as well from Final Cut. Final Cut released quite a lot of good things. The only thing is that they're usually quite expensive, but luckily this one was actually not expensive at all, so I was glad to pick that up. And again from Final Cut, but this was in Fopp's Halloween sale, which has now started, so if you are a horror fan like me, well, you more than likely will be if you're watching this video, but get in there and have a look. They've got loads of 88 titles, loads of Arrow Video titles, a couple of Shameless, not that many Shameless in there, but they've also got like these classic ones in there, and these are ones that when they first came out were very, very expensive, but they're down to like £6, £5 now. So yeah, I've got Captain Clegg, which is another Final Cut release. and I also got excuse me, saucers. There was a couple of other ones in there that I wanted to pick up, but because I went so mad by getting like shock treatment in the 2 for 25 deal with Kill Baby Kill and, well, the next one I'm about to show you, I thought I better actually control myself here, otherwise I'm going to have nothing to eat, like no money to buy food to eat for the rest of the month. So I'll maybe go back in payday at the end of the month and see what else they've got in the Halloween sale. But yeah, there's quite a lot of good things in there, so definitely worth having a look. And then I picked up this controversial one because so many people have been kicking off about the artwork for Torso. I don't think it's that bad. I think he's alright. I think I can see what people are meaning by the chick, but I think they're kind of going for like a kind of old VHS style covering. I don't think it's the worst artwork I've ever seen, but it's so funny people kicking off about it. I've not had a chance to watch the Blu-ray yet. I love Torso. It's one of my favourite Italian movies. And when I seen they were releasing the Blu-ray, I knew I had to pick it up. It is numbered, not too fussed about that. I'm just glad to have the Blu-ray. So yeah, got Torso on the 2 for 25. Now, this was one that I've been raving about for years, hoping that it would get a Blu-ray release, and then I seen on Zavvi that they had it, and I just had to pick it up. And that's Galaxy Quest, which is hilarious. If you are a fan of kind of spoofs, it's not a spoof as such, but it's a black comedy, and a fan of like Star Trek or even like Star Wars and that kind of like themed like extreme popular sci-fi. Well, this is basically about a group of actors that used to star in a show similar to like Star Trek, and then their TV program has been broadcast all over the universe, and this alien race sees it and thinks that these guys are heroes. It comes to Earth, and instead to the UK, comes to the Earth to basically get them to come and help them save their planet. But they're actors, they don't have a clue. So it's really, really, really funny. And then they get sucked into this situation where they actually are in space and stuff. It's just really, 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 really funny. So if you haven't seen Galaxy Quest, would 100% recommend it. And then the last thing I picked up this week is a Studio Ghibli. I've heard a lot about this one. I really like Studio Ghibli. I think their movies they're magical. It's really the only way to describe them. When you watch them, they leave like a lasting impact that you have watched a Studio Ghibli. And this is one that I've been interested in because there is absolutely no talking in it whatsoever. And I think that sounds really interesting. I was trying to think of the best way to describe that there. And that's The Red Turtle. Now, I only picked up on DVD because all my other Studio Ghiblis are DVD, and I don't really want to start because I know what I'm like. I would buy one on Blu-ray and I'd want the rest on Blu-ray, and it would drive me mad. So they're really good on DVD as well. They're like picture perfect anyhow. But yeah, this is basically about a shipwrecked man, and he makes friends with a turtle, and it's all about him and the turtle. A bit like Tom Hanks and Wilson in Castaway, but if it's done by Studio Ghibli, it's going to be very emotional, is what I imagine. So I'm looking forward to watching this. I've just not had a chance to do it yet. I'm hoping to have a movie night tonight. Well, we were going to have a movie night last night, but Claire fell asleep within about 15 minutes into shock treatment. But as I said, she does have my horrible cold that I had, so can't really get on at her for that. But yeah, that's everything that I picked up this week. As I said, there are a few things in the post that I ordered from Arrow and from HMV sale. A couple of things coming out in October that I'm really excited about. Like if you're a fan of the new It movie, then HMV have announced a picture vinyl of it, and I think that looked really, really smart, so I might have to treat myself to that. But as always, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and anything here that you want to chat about, any pickups that I got that you want to have a wee talk about, obviously leave the comments below. And take care.